Well, hello and welcome, everybody. No shenanigans today. Minnesota Vikings football back, of course, online, on the air. And you guessed it, all across the SSN, NFL, and Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings have signed Quez Watkins back. They released him some weeks ago. With all the injuries that this team has, we need to have a filled roster in case anybody goes down. We already have a wide receiver injured, and Quez Watkins is now back in purple. And in the previous game, Patrick Mahomes went down, so our old buddy Dalton Carlisle comes back up from the practice squad, and he will back up Kirk Cousins for the foreseeable future. Maybe even until the end of the year. It's a very, very weird situation here in Minnesota with some of these injuries and some of these contracts and injuries. Breeding success in some of these second and third string players. So hopefully that comes to fruition here. And our quarterback, Kirk Cousins, can get the old proverbial job done. 8-2 Minnesota Vikings hosting the worst team in the league. We've seen this story before last season. We hosted the 1-13 at the time Buccaneers in week 14, week 15, and we won by a touchdown. So you cannot go into this game thinking it is a gimme. Any given Sunday is at play here at US Bank Stadium. But since it's a noon kickoff, Minnesota's defense really needs some help here. They've been put into good spots at times, but the overall work and these yardages that have been given up, by the worst ranked team in the NFL. And Randy doesn't have high optimism here going into this one. It could swing either way with Kirk Cousins. We've seen flashes of him. There's a reason why he wasn't on this roster at the end of year one. There's a reason why Anthony Richardson was drafted. There's a reason why Patrick Mahomes was ultimately traded for. And there's a reason now why Kirk Cousins is back. So whatever that reason is, we have to roll the boat, ride the wave, however you want to say it. As before, every single game we go into the injury report. Jalen Naylor, broken ribs, 2 weeks. That being the reason for the Quez Watkins re-signing. The team released him some weeks ago to clear some cap. So welcome back, Quez Watkins, playing for the injured Jalen Naylor. Then, of course, Patrick Mahomes, the big story in the NFL, ab tear, out for 4 more weeks. And then MJ Sherman, left outside linebacker, rookie, showing promise, injured in his first season. Doesn't really get a lot of playing time. He's out there, but he's out there pretty sparsely, but still, what a big loss for this team. And then for the opposing Jaguars, hashtag must be nice, no injuries to speak of. So there you have it. Minnesota operating not at full strength by any stretch of the imagination, but you're going to have to rely heavily on the run game. Kirk Cousins is not going to be able to win you a lot of games at his age, nearing the end of his career here, but hopefully he can take care of the worst team in the NFL in the 0-9 Jacksonville Jaguars. A kickoff, noon. US Bank Stadium is next. And welcome in US Bank Stadium and JJ Justin Jefferson, JJ and the Jets. 1 reception off of 100 this year. We welcome in Trey Lance and these pumped up Jacksonville Jaguars, who the defense is pretty good. And they look at a team without Patrick Mahomes, a top 3 quarterback, coming into play, and they're foaming at the mouth. But your Minnesota Vikings are looking to silence all the critics. Can Kirk get a win in his first start in purple in over 2 years? We're going to find out. But today, don't expect to see anything else. As you see, 2,335 rush yards for this Kevin O'Connell-led offense. Don't expect to see too many Kirk Cousins throws. You have the #1 running back in terms of the NFL in Dalvin Cook. You have his brother, James Cook, the Cook brothers, the brothers Cook, however you want to say it. And you have more than enough weapons to get this thing done on the ground if you need to. But either way, the ball on the tee, the left hand of Gregory Rutherford Hank Joseph IV is in the sky, and we are just about ready for kickoff here. Week number 11, Jacksonville Jaguars hosting, well, actually, coming to town, Minnesota hosting, and kablamo, we are underway here. 15 minutes left to go. Expected to be another touchback. My, what a surprise it is. So Trey Lance, a prospect of the San Francisco 49ers, no pun intended. 24-50, 13 touchdowns, 14 picks. There's gold in them, thar Lance Hills. Get it? Because prospecting, the San Francisco Gold Rush. Randy thought he was pretty clever there. Either way, Trey Lance fronting the shotgun to begin the game. ETN to his left, gets the snap. He almost runs right into a brick wall that is named Harrison Phillips. And it will be an incompletion to begin the game. So a 2nd and 10. Lance, he's still in the gun. ETN to his left, gets the snap. It is a fake, and it's Patrick Jones. Patrick Jones with a sack, his first on the year. So with MJ Sherman going down, Patrick Jones gets a rep, and he makes the most of it. And it's Minnesota's first sack of the day. Also in the backfield, star Andre Carter looking for sack number 11. And now Minnesota, you can kind of rest on your laurels defensively. You don't have to rush if you don't want to. Either way, Trey Lance from the gun, 3rd down. Gets the snap. It's a throw across the middle, and that is a problem area for the Vikings this season. It is a completion and a conversion of the downs. So we do that all over again. 1st down now. Minnesota playing press coverage to the outside. Lance in the gun. No runs for ETN just yet. Lance escapes, and he'll slide down before getting tapped down over there on the right side. 3 yards for Trey Lance. Oh, here we go. ETN single back set. Kendrick sent on the rush. It's picked up. Lance getting open across the middle after rolling right. And it's Christian Kirk. And so we got Captain Kirk Cousins and we got Christian Kirk. Both men in on this game. Kendricks will slide across the middle. Lance in the empty set. Lance has motion. It's a throw and it's a pick for Chidobe Awuzie. Motion to the right. He threw it across his body, which is a big no-no. And Chidobe Awuzie gives the intended target the old kick. Danielle Hunter giving chase, of course, forcing the bad throw. And Chidobe Awuzie, another pick. My heavens. Subsequenting the departed cornerbacks Jalen Johnson and Trayvon Diggs just fine. So out comes Kirk Cousins. His first start this season, 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 picks in his playing time this season. Excuse me, Randy Replay's dealing with some soda issues. Oh boy. Cousins under, actually from the gun. He started out under center. He will retreat to the gun. First throw for Kirk, wide open JJ, and he'll get the first down, trying to bounce outside of the block thrown by OBJ. He kind of let him go. You had to if you wanted to avoid a hold. So the first play from scrimmage is a pass, and it's complete across the right side of the formation. Marshall on the tackle. Kirk Cousins stalking the offensive line from the gun. Gets the snap. Looks. Throws it out of a sack. He just got pelted. He held on to it as long as he could. The play broke down the field. And so, all intents and purposes, it is a Incompletion, 2nd and 10. Cousins from the gun. Give. Dalvin Cook, right side. Dalvin trying to get the first down, and healthy push will get him said first down. And the Vikings convert the down in this defense for the Jaguars. I tell you, doesn't look the greatest up front. Cousins under center. Snap corral. Throws for JJ. It's dropped. Oh my heavens. So on target, but a drop for Justin Jefferson. A rarity here in the NFL. Now Cousins surveys the defense from the gun. It's another give to Cook. This time he goes left side. Takes a shot. Gets 6. And it's now 3rd and 4. Now OBJ on the left side of the formation here for this play. Cousins from the gun. Gets the snap. Quick throw middle. Caught in Jigba across the 50. And it's a first down for Minnesota. 2 for 4, 20 yards for Kirk Cousins. And JJ is still... has surpassed... actually, JJ on this drive has caught catch number 100 on the season. Dalvin takes it right side and nowhere to go. You see 100 completions for Justin Jefferson. We're being handed the note late. And there you have it. So congrats for JJ. Has 100 receptions every year that he's been here. And again, another thwarted run. And it's quickly 3rd and 12. Now this Jaguars defense is coming alive. So 3rd and 12. Once again, not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage, but you got to get it, so you might as well go get it. Cousins from the gun. Snap corral. Looking. Throwing. 4 in Jigba. He will not get there. He's a yard short. Maybe thought that he could overpower the defender. Did Kirk. Turns out he couldn't. And it's a 54-yard inside try. Left hash for Greg Joseph. He's been automatic here. The snap spot kick. Minnesota up 3 early on. So a 3rd and 6 now. Here we go. Lance from the gun. Snap is corralled. It's a setup screen. ETN. Oh, a shoestring tackle by Harrison Phillips. And they're gonna go for it. 4th and 4 now. This stadium comes alive. Single back set. It is a throw over the middle, and he gets warped. He gets warped into a catch, and Engram will score. I don't know how you let him go in a single coverage, but either way, Evan Engram will score. The Vikings fans are sick and tired of having to battle from behind. And you had him 4th down. There's the warp. And oh boy. Either way, Jason Myers on to kick him to a 7-3 lead here in Minneapolis. Kick is away. It's perfect. My heavens. And so Minnesota takes the field again. Cousins under center. Never mind the closet change. There is a flag. It's going to be a hit out of bounds, I do believe.
Personal foul, unnecessary running.
And it is on the Jaguars. So Minnesota flip-flopping jerseys again this season. So a late no huddle for Minnesota. Cousins is still under center. Gets the snap. Throws middle. And it's picked. OBJ wasn't in the right place. But Wilson was at the right time. You saw a couple run into each other here, and Cousins with a poor throw. So Trey Lance will motion under center. Lance will run. He'll be brought down, and it's Danielle Hunter with the sack. I do believe he got past the line of scrimmage, but I guess he didn't. It is a sack. Danielle Hunter. Not too many quarterbacks can maneuver outside of Danielle Hunter's capacity. Now that looking at the replay, it is behind the line. Loss of 3, actually. And here we are. Lance from the gun. Gets the snap. He's fearless back there, and it's Hunter again! Another sack for Danielle. He does a little Kobe, and my heavens, back-to-back sack by Danielle Hunter. I almost said Fred Hunter. I don't know why. Either way, Danielle Hunter blindsided Lance. And Minnesota, we said it earlier in the broadcast, you can rest on your laurels down here, big third down, but you can't. You need to keep that defensive rushing attack up. Lance flushed, throws, caught. He's apparently stepped out of bounds. And Minnesota will force the first punt of the game here. 1:41 left to go and counting in the first quarter. So luckily, whatever Evan Ingram eats for breakfast, the Vikings should take note. He threw off that defender like he was nothing. Bad blocking for Tyler Harrell again. And out comes Cousins after the pick. Either way, it's a 3rd and 17. After the sack, Cousins, shotgun, snap, corral. Throwing, and it's Njigba. Shedding a tackle. What a move by Njigba. It's a first down. Coming back for the ball, Jackson Smith and Njigba. And that will be a big completion to end the first quarter. Jacksonville looking around like, what was that? Well, you've had a couple of those. Now Minnesota has a turn. That will be the end of one. 7-3, low score affair here. But Minnesota with the ball moving down the field. Oh boy. So here we go. 1st and 10. Cousins from the gun. Gets the snap. Looking big, looking JJ Gritty in the Twin Cities. Justin Jefferson. There was one guy to that side of the field. Kirk realized it, rather. And no help. JJ's going to burn you every single time. Cousins with an absolute dot. 57 yards through the air, and my heavens, right in stride. And this to take the lead 7-10, Minnesota. Gregory Rutherford, Frank Joseph. Kick is away. It joints, but it goes through. My heavens. Whew. Lance is still in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Quick throw, and it's picked off. It's Awuzie with his 2nd pick. This one should be for 6. And, oh boy. Chidobe Awuzie, 2nd pick of the half, I should say. And it's a touchdown, Vikings defense. Pick 6. Trey Lance throws. Awuzie jumps it. And, oh boy. Not a good look for Christian Kirk, I believe. Right in front of the coach, Kevin O'Connell. This to give the Vikings a 10-point lead. It's good. 17-7 now. Chidobe Awuzie, pick 6. Excuse me, big 3rd down. Trey Lance from the gun. Looking. Lance flushed. Lance into Kendricks, who will get a yard or 2. But Eric Kendricks will bring him down, and this will be a field goal try. A 36-yarder rather. Right hash to make it 17-10, and it's good. So Jaguars holding and hanging in there. Oh boy. 5.1 per carry. Now you got Kirk Cousins calling an audible. Cousins? It's a fumble. There was confusion all over. It will be asterisks on the recovery. And this stadium has fallen silent. I mean, there was confusion all... Minnesota just should have taken a timeout. Confusion everywhere. And this now makes it 2nd and 28. Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy. Cousins from the gun. Snap is corralled. Looking. Throwing. Swing past Dalvin. He's going to get some of this yardage back. Throws off a defender. He'll get 10. That's all fine and dandy if you can do that with a 1st down. And now it's 3rd and 18. As always, not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage, but you got to go get it, so go get it. Cousins looks for OBJ, and it's picked. underthrows the ball. Marshall goes Super Saiyan, and the worst team in the league has turned over the Vikings twice now. ETN. It's a quarterback keeper. A quick throw in. It's Andrew Booth Jr. on the pick. So another interception after a rush throw to a quarterback. Andrew Booth Jr. will get the pick. And it is a turnover after a turnover here in Minneapolis. Big throw. Had Christian Kirk open. Just something happened there. Underthrown ball, obviously. And Andrew Booth Jr. will get the ball back for the offense. Now big third down. Cousins from the gun. Throws it. OBJ caught. And he didn't get the first down. You can make this a 10-point game with a field goal. Greg Joseph left hash. He's hit from 54 earlier in today's contest. OBJ not able to get the first down. Now 52-yarder, so about the same area of the field. Left hash for Greg Joseph. Snap spot kick. Angles to the left ever so slightly, but it is good. Minnesota back up to a 10-point lead. Oh boy. So here we are. Trey Lance in the gun. ETN to his left. The snap is corralled. Quick throw across the middle. They get it. Why not? Touchdown Jacksonville. Christian Kirk and Darian Chestnut on the coverage. And now it's a 4-point game to the worst team in the NFL. Oh boy. Myers. Kick him to a 3-point game. Snap. Spot kick is all good. 17-20, 20-17 here. Near the end of the first half. Hasn't been really used that much. 1st and 10 now. Nothing doing. TJ Hawkinson will go down, holding the left side of his rib cage, and that will stop play. And so another injury, and in will trot Jelani Woods. Cousins throws and is batted away. Why wouldn't it be? 3rd and 10 now for the Vikings. And so 3rd and 10 now for Minnesota. Cousins gets the snap. Looks, throws. He's got a wide open Njigba left side. It is a catch and a first down in Njigba. He'll do his little skip. Skippity doodah, skippity day, my oh my. What a wonderful play. Kirk Cousins to Njigba. And that is something you don't really see from Patrick Mahomes too much with this sidearm delivery. He tends to go lower on the delivery. And now Cousins from the gun. Now, I'm not comparing the two by any means. Cousins throws middle, caught JJ. And TJ Hawkinson, bruised ribs, will return soon. Just under a minute left. Cousins, no huddle, gets the snap. Throws it up, end zone. Batted away. And Garrett Bradbury goes down. So again, Garrett Bradbury for the 3rd time this season goes down. And Minnesota has the 3rd and 3. We'll give him covenant claps as well as delayed claps for TJ Hawkinson. And so now what do you do? 3rd and 3. Cousins from the gun. Snap corral. Looking. Throwing. Picked. This will go for 6. Boos rain down, and that's just how it goes. And that will be a pick 6, and now Minnesota going to be down by 4. To the worst team in the NFL. Kick is away. It's good. 24-20. 37 seconds left in the first half. He'll be tackled inbounds. They take a timeout. 2 seconds left, and this will be the final play. Minnesota backs everybody. Lance in the empty, in the shotgun rather. Looking. Lance flushed. And it's incomplete left side. Throws it, and there you have it. So Minnesota down 4 to the worst team in the NFL at the halfway point. 24-20. And we'll see what's transpiring around the league. Excuse me. In Washington, Chicago deadlocked with the Commanders. Jalen Hurts has 2 touchdowns in that one. 21 all, 23 seconds left to go in the half. Philadelphia is beating down the Bengals. They're 2-7. Johnson finally coming into his own despite the pick. And we go further north where we already know the outcome. The Los Angeles Raiders. The Rams have beaten the Lions today 20-17. So the Lions 4-6 on the year. Oh boy. Cousins surveys the defense, goes under center, places his hands right under the buttocks of now Jarrett Patterson, who's in for the injured Garrett Bradbury. We're used to saying that around here. Cousins gives it to OBJ, trying to gain the edge. OBJ does. OBJ off the end around. Touchdown, Minnesota. 10 years in the league. What? Well, now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Now watch me whip. You're washed up. Who? Old man what? Odell Beckham Jr. And don't think I don't read the comments on the weekly podcast. That is what Vikings country is saying about OBJ, that he had to go, that he was washed up. 10-year veteran, can't move. Well, there you go. Kick is away. Minnesota grabs the lead again, 27-24. We can't talk. We're just excited to see OBJ get into the end zone. He does that patented whip and nay-nay. Minnesota will grab the lead again. Trey Lance. Minnesota will bring in their corners. Lance from the gun. Snap corral. And it's Danielle Hunter, 3rd sack of the game. And he's like, I see you, right over to the Jacksonville Jaguars bench. And Danielle Hunter, what an angle. Patrick Jones there, Andre Carter there near the end, and my goodness. What did we say earlier in the broadcast? You cannot match speed with Danielle Hunter. And now it's a big 3rd and 20. Minnesota will play off defense. Here we go, Trey Lance. Looking, throwing, down the field. It is caught for a first down. How in the hell do you get a 3rd and 20? Trey Lance with a absolute piss missile. Oh my heavens. He just had to choose one and he chose wrong. Either way, it is a 2nd and 5. Quick throw and it's a touchdown. Why not? Christian Kirk left side. Touchdown Jaguars. Just to make it 31-27. The snap spot kick. It's good. So 3rd and 25 now. Not a lot of plays in the playbook. Well, you've heard it before. Let's go get it. Cousins. The snap corral. Throws middle. Batted away, incomplete. Intended for JJ. 4th and 25. Minnesota will punt. To the worst team in the NFL. Brian Wright. Right foot into this one. No fair catch called. 6:06 left to go here, 3rd quarter. ETN just over 750 and 7 on the year. Oh, apparently Jared Patterson went down, so Minnesota's back down to their 3rd string center, and it just keeps on pouring down rain on the Vikings offensive line core here. Either way, there's a throw by Trey Lance, and thought he made an argument for a flag. Andre Carter hit him late, but not picked up. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Flushed. Lance. Of course he'll get the first down. Why wouldn't he? Lance from the gun. ETN to his left near midfield. The snap corral. Throws. And it's picked off. Awuzie with his 3rd of the game. and what the kids would call a 5% user. So Chidobe Awuzie again, the third pick of the contest. They saw it the whole way, and Minnesota gets an opportunity. Cousins from the gun, snap corral. Man, he can't throw the gosh darn ball. It's 2nd and 19. Sealer with the sack. You can't even do a simple screen pass. And Kirk flashes Cousins from the gun to give Dalvin. Dalvin middle. Will get most of his yardage back, making this 3rd and 6. I don't want to say more manageable. It's just a different offense here. Cousins, shotgun, throws it widely incomplete, and oh boy, does not. Yeah, that's kind of a loose huddle. They're not really talking about anything, and now you see Jacksonville just huddling, getting ready to flip the field. Here are the Vikings. That should be the end of the 3rd quarter. Down 3, but moving the ball down the field. End of 3, 31-27 Jacksonville. So now 3rd field goal, left hash, over 50 for Greg Joseph. Just to put him down by 1 in the 4th. Snap spot kick. Joseph, he sneaks in on the left side. It's good, so. Oh boy. My goodness, what a throw. And Trey Lance is now shotgun formation. Throws middle, caught. Touchdown Christian Kirk. Darian Chestnut is not able to keep up. And, oh boy. Just to put him up 38-30 now. Snap spot kick is good. 38-30 against the worst team in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars. No wins, looking for their first, and they come into Minnesota and put together their most dominant performance of the season. Arrow from the goal line, looking to get some kind of yardage. He gets up near the 30, and that's where Kirk Cousins and company will take over. Cousins will pull the team under center, 2nd and 12. Snap corral, looking. Throwing, he's got a wide open OBJ left side. He'll tiptoe dance out of bounds at the 11. And my goodness. Now near the pylon, he's dancing. I mean, 10-year vet who? Can't play anymore what? Cousins for the 2nd time finds a wide open OBJ. Breaks an ankle on his way out of bounds, and Minnesota now trying to get this momentum back on their side. It is a uphill battle the whole game against the worst team in the NFL. Cousins from the gun. Gets the ball, gives it to Dalvin. Falls ahead for 2. Well, they'll give him 4. Okay. We will take that. Well, Cousins under center for this 2nd and 6. And again, Dalvin is met right at the line of scrimmage. He'll actually lose 3, and just so dominant in the first half, and now all of a sudden just nowhere to be found is Dalvin. The 3rd and 9. Cousins gets the snap, throws in Jigba. No block given by JJ, but he'll fall ahead, stretch the ball, 1st down in Jigba. If JJ throws a block there on the outside tackler, we got 6 points. He turned around a little bit too late. You tried to see him double back. Either way, it is a 1st down in Jigba to the 1. So from the 1, Cousins will survey the defense, put his hands under Jarrett Patterson's booty. Actually, no, Xavier's booty. And either way, it's a touchdown, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook doing a little dance. He's going to invite Zach Davidson, who is in for the injured TJ, and JJ over. Either way, it's a touchdown, Minnesota. Greg Joseph to put him within 1. Kick is away. It is good. 38-37, 8:39. We got another nail biter here this season. Incomplete, 3rd and 9. One of the biggest third downs of the game for Minnesota. Snap, Corral. Oh, Lance looking. Lance slides down. He will not get the first down. Eric Kendricks playing doubled to the left side will force a punt. A late game punt. Anderson with the boot, angling towards the excuse me, the sideline, goes out at the 15. My heavens. You got one of the best running backs, if not the best, in Dalvin, and he's just not playing like it. JJ will go down. He seems fine, ladies and gentlemen. So Justin Jefferson, non-contact play, non-contact injury. We'll give him, this is not good. We're already down Patrick Mahomes. We're already down TJ Hawkinson. We're already down JJ. We're already down Garrett Bradbury. Jared Patterson's on. Ezra Cleveland has come back. And my heavens. Cousins. Give. Cook. 3 yards. And for JJ, it's an elbow sprain, so he will return when he can. Cousins. Gun. Snap. Route. Throw. Open. BJ, he's going to sit down. He will not take a hit. Get the first down, keep the clock moving. OBJ, 10-year veteran who? He still can't play what? Randy's apologizing for taking shots at those commenting that the 10-year veteran shouldn't be on the Vikings, but there you have it. He's still got it. In the lone setback, it's the snap. Throw, middle, caught. OBJ spinning, first down, Minnesota. No! Forward progress was stopped prior to the line. After the line to gain. What in the hell is going on here? As you can see, line to gain is the 21. OBJ spins ahead. Forward progress puts him right here, near the 20-yard line. And he is popped backwards and doesn't get touched down until, I mean, even then the ball is, oh my heavens, I have never seen a worse group of officials in my entire years of broadcasting. And they may have just caused Minnesota this game. It's 4th and 1. Minnesota will let this tick down to the 2-minute warning. You got a very, very big decision to make here. So 2 minutes left. Worst team in the NFL. They come in. You're down your star running quarterback, rather. And they're trying to make a mockery on your own field. Minnesota will send out Greg Joseph. Middle of the field, big 38-yarder. Kick is away. We get the Phantom Menace kick. And either way, Minnesota will go up 38-40, so it's a 2-point lead late. Here we go. Press coverage across the board. 2nd and 10. Trey Lance from the gun. Snap is corralled. He's looking right. He's angling right. He's running right. Trey Lance, green fields above. Almost lets the ball go. It's Chidobe Awuzie. Now they're in field goal coverage to win this game. Field goal. Big throw. Either way, they're going to win. It's up. Oh, my God. He dropped it. In field goal range, it is a drop left side. And the collective... the collective wind you feel in U.S. Bank Stadium was the 70,000 fans exhaling in relief. Either way, Trey Lance. Quick throw across the middle. They're within range now. They can win the game. Oh, boy. They're going to go for the win. Lance. Harrison Phillips gives chase. My goodness. ETN, just let him score, guys. Let him score. You'd be better off. Minnesota will take a timeout. You'd be better off if you just let them score and go down the field. Trey Lance from the gun. It's a give to ETN, and we're tackling. Why are we tackling? Just let them score. Lance, big throw. It's a touchdown. So we do let him score. Luke Farrell. They could have just ran the clock out. So this will put him ahead. You see, Harrison Phillips and Patrick Jones just kind of let these guys score. So they will be ahead 35 seconds. Kick is away. It's good. 45-40. 35 seconds left. Here's the situation. Worst team in the NFL. Got Dalvin 200 plus. It all means nothing. Excuse me, unless you get this win. You have one timeout, down 5. What do? Cousins throws it out of bounds. 30 seconds now. So you need a play that's going to get you the necessary amount of yardage. So something the team didn't like. 30 seconds now. Cousins gets the snap. Throws it. And it's picked. There's your dagger. We lose to the worst team in the NFL. So the victory formation will come out for Trey Lance and the 0-9 Jaguars. No timeouts left. Minnesota is forced to watch. And the countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, L. And there you have it. 0-9 Jaguars come into US Bank Stadium. Put up 45 against your Minnesota Vikings. We will get into these player stats. We'll get you back to the main screen and preview Week 12 in the NFL. Kirk Cousins, 53.3 QB rating, 23 of 39. It was 58% completion percentage. For those of you that did not know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 310 yards, 1 pick, 1 touchdown, 4 picks in the loss. Dalvin Cook, 34 carries, 219 and a touchdown. OBJ, 2 for 12 and a touchdown off those pesky end arounds. Kirk Cousins, 1 for 5 and a fumble. JJ, 1 for -3. He is injured in this game. We'll see what the future holds for those. I do believe it was a sprain. That sprain of JJ, rather. 10 catches, 122 and a touchdown for Justin Jefferson. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 5 for 86. OBJ, 4 for 83. Dalvin Cook, 3 for 18. CJ Ham, 1 for 1. Only got the 1 touchdown and a drop by JJ. Nobody cares about blocking. Going to go to defense, look at total tackles. And it's Javon Holland with 11. Eric Hendricks with 10. Jordan Hicks will have 9. Lewis Seen will have 8. Chidobe Awuzie with 8 as well. Andrew Booth Jr. with 7. Darian Chestnut with 6. Danielle Hunter with 5. Patrick Jones with 4. Wanham Evans Roy Phillips Carter with 2. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Danielle Hunter had 4, all on his little lonesome. Patrick Jones and Harrison Phillips with 1. Roy and Hicks rather with 1. QB sacks, we had a total of 5. And they're split up as follows. 3.5 goes to Danielle Hunter. 1 to Patrick Jones. And then Jaquelin Roy will pick up the other half sack with Daniil Hunter. 3 picks by Chidobe Awuzie in this game alone. One of them goes for 6. Andrew Booth got 1 as well. Pass deflections, we had 2 by Andrew Booth and Awuzie. Pretty good stat lines there. 2 forced fumbles by Caleb Evans and Darian Chestnut. None of them were recovered. 1 went out of bounds, and the lineman picked up the other. No block kicks, no safeties, and the one aforementioned pick 6 for your Minnesota Vikings today. Greg Joseph, 4 for 4. Longest of 54, 4 for 4 and extra points. It's the 4-4-54, 4-4 deal in the loss. Ryan Wright, 3 punts, 136, netting 131, with one of those 3 going inside the 20. The preceding embarrassment was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage, I don't know why you would, without the express written consent of the NFL or the SSN, is strictly prohibited. You get the idea. We've said this multiple times. Don't use our shit. All right? Or we'll come after you legally. This has been Randy Replay. Get you back to the main screen, preview week 12, and get you ready for everything Kirk Cousins-led Vikings football. Yeah, bye. Hello and welcome back to the main screen. We do have weekly awards to give out, which is nice. Kyler Murray, the 39 of 50, 426, 7 passing touchdowns. Will nod him the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Chidobe Awuzie of your Minnesota Vikings, 8 tackles, 3 picks, 1 pick 6. In his breakout game this season in purple. We'll net him NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And the guy we don't really care about, Rashawn Gary, 12 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble in that game against the Jaguars. And then Aaron Rodgers, somebody we like to not really talk about, but we'll talk about him a little bit more now that he's not a Packer. 40 of 68, 824, 7 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. With the Baltimore Ravens, will net him the AFC Offensive Player of the Week respectfully. And there you go. So it looks like no injuries will keep anybody out for any measurable amount of time sustained today. As we take a look, we still have Jalen Nailor nursing that broken rib. Patrick Mahomes still on the injury list for 3 more weeks with that ab tear. And then MJ Sherman will come back for the Eagles game after suffering a fractured foot. Yeah, boy. So we do get the Lamar Jackson-led Houston Texans here, Energy Stadium, Sunday Night Football this week. 8-3 Vikings, 5-5 Packers and Bears. So a 3-game lead in the division with 4 games left, 5 if you include the bye. We do believe the Packers have already had their bye. The Lions lost this week, and Minnesota's running away with the division for the 3rd straight season, but my heavens, it's only a 3-game lead. It doesn't feel that much here. It feels like the Vikings have strung together a couple losses here, as it should. Either way, looking around the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens will host the Denver Broncos. And then the Green Bay Packers will host the San Francisco 49ers. So the 49ers needing to help us out here. The good thing is, in terms of standings in the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings will hold that number 1 spot. 1 game up over the Aints, the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Giants. The Aints loss, of course, puts them back to 7-3. Now they're in a 4-way tie for number 2, and then the Niners, sole owner of number 3, with 7-4. If the playoffs were to start today, of course, I'm talking about seeding, so the 3rd seed 49ers. Then after that, it kind of falls off. 2 games separate the Packers and the Niners. So Niners beat the Packers. They get some help. They could potentially be tied for that 2nd seed. And then in the AFC, as it's coming out to the end of the season here, the Chiefs are still holding that 9-win, keeping up with The Ravens, who are now 9-2, lead the AFC. The Steelers one game back. Then we got a couple 7-3s. A little bit more decided there on the AFC side in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds. Always a whirlwind here in the NFC. You got a 4-way tie for second seed. You got a sole winner to third, and then a 1, 2, 3 for fourth. A 3-way tie for fourth. 2-way tie for fifth, and it just goes crazy from there. So here you go. My goodness. So as we get you back to the main screen, Minnesota takes the L. One of the most embarrassing games Randy Replay has ever called. 45-40 against the 0-9 Jaguars. They get their first win on the season. Either way, next week, Minnesota travels to NRG Stadium. Then we see you in Philly. And we get our late bye week. 14, we're at home against the Rams, rather. I keep wanting to say the Chargers. And then we finish out strong this season. So, playoff picture becomes available next week. After the conclusion of this game, we'll check that out. But we got to beat the Texans first. 8-3 Vikings travel to Houston to play the Texans Sunday Night Football. This has been Randy Replay. I will see you in the next one.